Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m., and that's on the Central Time Zone, too, if you're right here where we live in the Eastern Time Zone, and we get to do that every single day, Monday through Friday. You can find us on television. We are syndicated on Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Donna's Edge has been going on now for 20 years. It was 20 years in April, and we're really proud of each year, and it's because of you and because of our wonderful guests that we have on the show every day, and the topics I think probably have a little bit to do with it too. And as a matter of fact, I got one. You're going to love this one. Ways to make money using credit cards. And I know what you're thinking, because when I saw this article, I thought the same thing. I'm like, like my dog Buddy. When I say something to him and he doesn't quite understand what I'm saying, he'll go, I did the same thing. I'm like, how in the world is that possible? How can you make money using credit cards? I know a couple of them, and I'll go ahead and tell you about one. So we use Capital One, and with the Capital One card, you can actually make points when you spend money using their credit cards. Now, the only way you're really going to make money on this is if you pay the card on time. So if you let it go, then you're paying interest. There goes the earnings that you would make. So try to keep the spending under control, but at the same time, you can make some money. And another way you can do it on Capital One, and it's the Quicksilver that we have. And I don't think they do it on every single card they have, but on this particular one, I really do like this one, because let's say I wanted to buy something through Priceline. Okay, because every single month we go to Alabama, and I go to Bobby Ledbetter, Twin City Used Cars. I'll go to his place, and so we'll do some recordings that day at his business. And so that means we've got to leave out on Sunday night, stay at a hotel room once a month. We do this. Got to get a hotel. So we definitely go through Priceline.com through the Capital One card, and let me tell you why. Because sometimes it depends, it varies, okay? Because sometimes you'll save 5%, sometimes you can save 10%. I'm not saying save. What I'm saying is they'll put 10% of whatever you spent right back on that card. And so that's a great, great way. However, when I was shopping this past time, I was going through Priceline.com, and this thing came up, a little banner thing that said, if you get the Priceline card, it's like a MasterCard. If you get the Priceline card, you'll get a sign-on bonus of $150. That's going to save us. It's kind of like we're getting 2 free months. And by the way, you can do the deals on Priceline too. That's another way you can save money. But I'm saving money there. That's going to be like 2 months. I'm not going to have to pay for a hotel room. So that's pretty cool, huh? So you can do things like that. That's part of it, part of saving the money. So let's see what the author of this article says. And this website is cardrates.com. cardrates.com. So this is what they have to say. It's interesting to discover how many ways you can make money using credit cards. We think of credit cards primarily as a convenient alternative to cash when we shop in stores, apps, and online, that kind of thing. But these are nifty plastic rectangles, can actually help you earn and save money without creating credit card debt. As long as you pay that full balance each billing cycle and only charge what you can afford. I'm repeating that. Okay. The different ways, there are 9 different ways, and I'll go ahead and repeat those. Then I'm going to give you some explanation. Okay, earn a sign-up bonus, which is what I just did with Priceline. Got $150. There's going to be 2 months of hotel that's going to be free to me. Okay, you can earn cash back. You can convert points into cash. You can have planned purchases, refer a friend, link a card to Acorns, snooze a 0% APR. You can also leverage a cashback program, and then employee cards. Let's go ahead and start getting into details. I want to make sure we get through every single one of these. Okay, earn a sign-up bonus. Reward credit cards are big business and competition among card issuers, and it's intense, okay, because they're all trying to get your business. One way the credit card companies attract new card members is through promotional programs that reward your decision to get one card instead of another. So a sign-up bonus is a classic example of a promotion aimed at enticing customers and consumers to apply for a new credit card. Sign-up bonuses are rewards, and it rewards a new card holder earns by spending a required amount of purchases during an introductory period, typically 3 months, something like that, from account opening. And these rewards can take the form of cashback, reward points, or miles. For example, a credit card sign-up bonus may earn you up to 50,000 miles when you spend $1,000 on purchases during the first 3 months. And what we do is just every bill that we can, the electric bill, the water bill, whatever we can on that card, we use that particular card until we use up that amount of money. I did a Lowe's card that way. So on the Lowe's card, we got $1,000 back if you sent $5,000. Well, we're going to spend $5,000 because we were moving and fixing up a house. So I told Phil, I said, wow, this is like a no-brainer. Okay, so we'll use that card. We're going to wind up spending $5,000. So we're going ahead and use that. Make sure it's paid off now, because again, if you're paying your interest, it's not helping you at all. Although the $1,000 is pretty rich. So at the end of the 90 days is what this one was, you got $1,000 back. You can't beat that with a stick. So it's better than putting it in the bank and earning interest. You're not going to make $1,000 on $5,000 in 3 months. So anyway, that really worked out. Okay, now, for example, a credit card sign-up bonus could earn you the gas mileage. Now, if you satisfy the required spending, your miles will be added to the account in the following bill cycle. You can redeem those sign-up bonus rewards the same way you redeem the rewards you earn through regular use of the card. So the following credit cards feature that. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of those. Okay, there's one right here. It's from Discover, and they have right now, I don't know if you're watching this 2 years from now, this may not apply, but intro offer is unlimited cash back for all new card members only on the Discover. The Discover will automatically match all the cash back you've earned at the end of the first year. There's no minimum spending or maximum rewards. You can earn $150 back and turn that into $300. Not too bad. Earn 5% cash back on everyday purchases at different places you shop each quarter. Now they do this on quarter, like grocery stores, restaurants, gas stations, and more, up to the quarterly maximum when you activate. Plus, earn unlimited 1% cash back on all other purchases. Now, redeem the rewards for cash at any time you want to do that. Apply, and you can get a decision in less than 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And there's no annual fee. That's another thing you need to think about. Is there an annual fee? Start shopping and earning rewards in minutes with the digital card before the physical card actually arrives. That's what we got with our Capital One card. You get a 0% intro for 15 months on purchases. After that, now it turns into 18.24% to 27.24%. Standard variable purchase APR applies based on credit worthiness. There are terms and conditions that do apply. Okay, there's a Capital One Venture Rewards Credit Card. You can earn a one-time bonus of 75,000 miles once you spend $4,000 on purchases within 3 months from the account opening, equal to $750 in travel. Now, you can earn unlimited 2 times the miles on every purchase every day, earn 5 times miles on hotels, vacation rentals, rental cars, those kinds of things. Miles won't expire for the lifetime of the account. Now, if you were to lose the card, if you didn't pay your bill and it took it away from you, then you lose all those points too. Now, the miles won't expire for the lifetime of the account. And there's no limit as to how much money you can earn or points. Receive up to $120 credit for the Globe Entry or TSA pre-check. Use the miles to get reimbursed for any travel purchase or redeem by booking a trip through Capital One Travel. So you can do that as well. And it goes on and on. They have lots and lots and lots of these cards to choose from. Let me find one. Let's see, that's Chase Sapphire. Okay, Capital One. Okay, we just talked about that one. Let's talk about this one, and then we may be close to a break. Not real close, but let's go ahead and talk about this one. It's Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. On this particular one, you can earn 75,000 bonus points after you spend $5,000 on purchases, and that limit is 3 months from the account opening. Enjoy benefits such as 5 times on travel purchased through Chase Travel, 3 times on dining, that kind of thing. Now, I went on to say a lot of these that I've told you about apply to traveling. So when I worked with GTE, and I travel a lot now because of what I do, something like this really benefits us because I save. It's almost like I'm traveling for free, and then I'm getting some money back, and it's a necessity. I mean, it's really necessary for my job. I have to do it for my business. Now, a few caveats apply to earning a credit card sign-up bonus. This applies to all of them, okay? So credit card issues usually prohibit consumers from collecting multiple sign-up bonuses. So if you're already collected one or on some kind of a card from any other card from the issuer within a specified time period, often 2 to 4 years. Only eligible purchases can help you attain the sign-up bonus. Now, this rules out the purchase of gift cards, money orders, gambling chips, or other ineligible transactions such as cash advance or balance transfer. Some cards offer multiple bonus periods. For example, one such cashback credit card may offer $2,000 when you spend $5,000 on purchases during the first 3 months, and another $3,000 cashback if you spend $10,000 the first 6 months. I got to find that one. Okay, sign-up bonuses vary in size depending on factors that include the credit score and credit history required to get that card and the card's annual fees. Several cards offer sign-up bonuses without charging an annual fee or any sort of processing fee. That's what we've got with Capital One. Now, sign-up bonus is usually the fastest way to earn a large sum of money from a credit card. And that's what we do. We look for that like once a year. I look for a credit card. And then what I do, because it can hurt your credit, if you just tear it up and call them and say, I don't ever want to use your service ever again, I'll never use your credit card, you might be messing up. Because sometimes, for some reason, I don't know why, sometimes it messes up your credit. So I'll just go, get rid of it. I'll tear it up into a million pieces. I just won't call them and tell them that I'm canceling the credit card services. But about once a year, I'll look for something like that. And it's just free money coming to you. That way you're earning some money on a credit card. Now, again, you got to pay it on time, okay, and pay the whole thing. If let's say you owe $500 and you pay $100, you still got to pay the interest on the $400. So be really careful when you do this and know exactly what you're doing, and only do one card at a time. That's another suggestion. Okay, earn cash back and pay the balance off. Okay, cashback makes for the most versatile rewards card, and is one way you can use those rewards earned on your cashback credit card is to apply your earnings as a statement credit to your current credit card debt. This saves money in 2 ways. First of all, you don't have to fork over your own money to pay off your balance. Number 2, you won't have to shell out interest on a balance you failed to pay off before the due date. Okay, so that's why I wanted to mention this. Okay. So what I do for the rewards, I just go ahead and get them to apply it to the bill. I earned 2 different ways on VistaPrint. So I had to have some business cards. Phil had to have some business cards. Phil had to have some shirts with a logo, company logo on it, and all that kind of stuff. So I went on ahead and ordered those. And the reason I did it like ASAP on my Capital One credit card, VistaPrint, if you use the Capital One card, VistaPrint is going to give you 20% back off of your purchase. So that was pretty cool. You can't get any better than that. Now, most of the time it's only 3 or 4%, but for some reason they were doing 20. So I saw that, and I check it out on a regular basis. Every single day I'm checking that card just to see what bonuses are being paid out. So I saw that and I said, Phil, you've been wanting those shirts. Let's go ahead and do it now, okay? Because it was only like 3 days to do it. So you got to be, sometimes you're in a time crunch. So I went ahead and ordered those, and I got back almost $50. It was $49 and whatever. Let's just round it up to 50 bucks. So let's just say I got $50 back instead of waiting on a check to come back to me. And you can do that. You can just let them apply it or get the check. I always apply it. And I did it one time just to see how quick the check came. It took about 4 days. I got the check. It wasn't for a whole lot of money back at that point. So let it apply to the bill. First of all, your bill is going to be down a little bit more and you'll feel like you're doing something. And then another thing that's really cute is on the website for Capital One, there's a place where I can go and I can see how much money we've got cash back on. And again, smart spending, and especially Capital One, the way they do that is such a cool way to make money. If you order online at Walmart, Walmart can vary. It can be anything between 3%, it has been 10% back. So you just need to kind of look. If you're going to order something big, usually Mother's Day, Christmas, school starting back, those kinds of things, they'll be a little bit higher because they want to get all of your business. They don't want you to go anywhere else. Some of the grocery stores do some of the things. And that's like the big grocery store chains that do that. I'm looking to see what time it is. I've got to go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Donnas Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday. We are talking about making money on a credit card. You mean those things that you pay like up to 24% interest, and sometimes in some cases more than that? Yeah, you can. You can do it. Now spend within your means and make sure all of these things I'm offering to you, I'm telling you about, you're going to have to pay that credit card on a monthly basis before it's due, basically a couple of days, to make sure you don't pay any interest. Because if you're paying 22% interest on what you just bought, you're really not making anything. So you got to do that. Okay, so within your means and get that money back. Redeem points for cash back. That's what we do. Credit cards designed for travelers frequently offer rewards in the form of points. Typically, you earn 1 point for each dollar you spend on eligible purchases, and for 100 points can be redeemed for, say, $1. Okay, now points are often worth less than 100 per dollar when redeemed for non-cash items, like for travel or for goods or something like that. Okay, let's talk about planned purchases with the right cards. Okay, so we have 2 Capital One cards. Okay, one of them we use for everything. The other one we use only for food, because in food in the grocery store, if we go out to eat or whatever, on that particular one, I get a much bigger percentage back than I would if I use the other credit card, if I use the Quicksilver. So try to keep in mind when we go out to eat, I'll go, oh, Phil, wait, make sure you use the Saver card. I know it's only 1.5 points, but those things add up. I mean, if you saw $1 laying out on the ground, you'd go grab it, wouldn't you? I would. I'd probably break my back trying to get it. But anyway, I would get it, if it didn't belong to somebody, of course. Okay, planned purchases with the right cards. Tiered and rotating reward cards offer varying reward rates depending on the merchant type. For example, one card may offer 5% on travel purchases, while another gives 5% on grocery store purchases. You want to do that. And also check about gasoline purchases, because gasoline prices, whether you like it or not, I don't care who the president is, go up or they go down. It's just the way it goes. We got a good president right now, they're going to go down. Okay, now by having a variety of cards in your wallet, or your e-wallet, if you do that, you can use the card that gives you the best reward for the current purchases, whether you're buying an airline ticket or a can of soup. Reward caps complement the process, which means may you want to plan the card usage in advance. For example, suppose rotating reward card A pays 5% back on groceries for this quarter, up to $1,500 in purchases for the quarter, and then they'll pay 1% thereafter. Now, if you are near or over the $1,500 limit, you want to use the card B that offers unlimited 3% on grocery purchases. Just kind of keep up with it. Therefore, earning an additional 2% over card A's 1% base rate. Refer friends and family. Okay, this is a good way to do it. I know that my card, I'm going to have to give you the link to that. I can actually earn, like, I think it's $150 bonus if you get the Capital One card. I can. That'll kind of help me keep things rocking and rolling here. Okay, refer friends and family. If you sometimes wonder what your friends and family are worth, you can get an objective opinion by referencing the referral bonus offered by many credit card companies. These are bonuses you earn when you recommend a new card member who is approved for a card. Here's a summary of the top 5. Now, Chase offers $100 to $150 or 10,000 to 20,000 points per referral. American Express, it just kind of varies. Now, Discover will give you $50 to $100 per referral. Capital One varies up to $500 per year. There's a limit on that one. U.S. Bank up to 10,000 points per referral. Keeping up with what time it is. Okay, now link a credit card to Acorns. I'm going to have to check this one out. So the Acorns app provides a great introduction to investing, offering a set of exchange-traded fund, the ETF portfolios ranging from conservative to aggressive. I'm going to go conservative. You can link the credit card to Acorns and use the roundups feature to round your purchases up to the nearest dollar. The rounded amounts are deposited into your Acorns spend account, whenever you've rounded up to at least $5. Now, Acorns will move the money from spends to one of its diversified portfolios that you check in advance. Okay, now if you want to invest faster, you can set a roundups multiplier to skim like 2 times the purchase, 3 times the purchase, 10 times, whatever you want to do. And you can also set whether to round up $0 or $1 when you purchase a whole dollar amount. Acorns says that the average roundups users invest more than $30 per month with this feature. The cost of the service is $1 per month, though the fee is waived for college students. They can need to waive it for us. Of course, the investment portfolios you join could have their own fees. Now, Stu's a 0% intro APR. Let's see what that is. Okay, that's a practice in which you take advantage of a credit card 0% introductory APR on purchases. Now, this does not include cash advances or balance transfer transactions. And that's made during the promotional period, often 12 to 18 months. Now, if executed properly, stoozing allows you to earn interest income on essentially no-cost borrowings, a form of credit card arbitrage. This practice of credit card began in the UK and has been migrated to our shores and is available actually to us. I think I've got time for a couple more. Let me go and grab these as soon as I can, because what they're doing right now is also showing us the cards that do this. Okay, let's see. Combine card purchases with a cashback program. Okay, wait. Why are those people on TV adding? Why are they smiling all the time? Okay, it's because they're earning cash back on their shopping through Rakuten, the Rakuten, and Saving Star, Swag Bucks, Be Frugal, Rebates Me, etc. These sites offer from hundreds of stores, give you offers from hundreds of stores and online retailers that bring you up to 40% cash back on selected purchases. Now, the beauty of these cashback programs is that they supplement the credit card rewards you earn from charging the purchases. It's not difficult. The typical scenario is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Here's how it works. You'll load the app onto your phone. You use it to find a store offering the product that you want to purchase. Then you'll shop as you normally would and earn the indicated cash back. Collect the cash back via an electronic funds transfer or a check. These cashback sites are free to use as well. Now, give your employees their own cards. Huh? Give them their own cards? I don't know about this one. Let's check this one out. It's good to be the boss, especially when you can earn rewards on purchases made by employees. That's exactly how many business credit cards work. Business owners distribute these cards to employees that have spending authority, and then they collect all the credit card rewards. Okay. Most business credit cards allow you to designate employees as authorized users, entitling them to a copy of the business credit card. Now, where the cards differ is how many free copies you can get, ranging from 0 to unlimited. The following top-rated business cards all offer free employee cards. You can use one. Now, Capital One has one of those as well, so you can check that one out. Let's see if I've got time for one more. I want to do this because I think you're going to be so happy. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, Capital One Spark Miles for Business. You can earn a one-time bonus of 50,000 miles equal to $500 in travel once you spend $4,500 on purchases within the first 3 months from account opening. So what I'm going to do, the best one I found right now, and that can change, it can vary. The one I'm using right now is the one from Priceline. And the one from Priceline is where you can immediately get that $150 credit. Phil and I went to Gadsden, Alabama, and I went to Bobby Ledbetter Twin City Used Car Sales, and I went on ahead and did a few remotes there. And we got to stay basically for free in our hotel because it's a over 4 hour drive from Alabama to South Carolina where we live. And I go once a month because I love my sponsors down there. So I want to help them out and promote them any way I possibly can. So on Priceline.com, what they're doing right now, you got to go through the credit check, that kind of thing. But you'll get a $150 bonus that you don't have to wait on. You don't have to wait 3 months to get it back. None of that kind of stuff. Immediately, you get that $150 credit. So I think that's pretty decent, don't you? Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk, where truth matters. I definitely love saving you money. I love saving myself money too. So these are things that we can do and earn money together. Thank you so much for watching on Abundance Television, syndicated, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast now on thenewscasters.com. Continue sending emails. I'll take them. I love your emails. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon, sunshine. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone. As I get to ride home with you in the afternoon, you may find us on television, and it's syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Other ways you can find us are on all the social media sites, including YouTube and Facebook and all of those wonderful sites that are out there. Facebook.com/DFiesel is a quick way to find us and find past shows as well. And I don't want you to get in trouble at work. So if you can't listen to the show at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, you can always go back on Facebook.com and find us that way, as well as YouTube. Thank you so much for sending emails. It really makes my day. Continue sending those. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. So I did receive an email. This is from Marie, and she was talking about, oh my goodness, it's hot outside. What in the world are we going to do with the bills? Am I going to have to choose between food and keeping the house nice and cool on the inside? And I said, no, you don't have to do that at all. We got some good tips for you. At energy.gov. Energy.gov, you'll find this and more. So I don't have time to tell you everything, but here we go. There's some strategies right here to help you save money and keep those costs down during those hot summer months when the weather is hot, not just warm, and you're trying to keep that whole house cool. And most of these tips, by the way, are free, but there are some you have to spend a little bit of money on. But let's go ahead and dive in and get started. Now, if you haven't already, you can go on ahead and contact your energy assessment to find out how you can save more money. They might be able to find some loose ends you didn't know you had. So be able to go on ahead and keep everything at an affordable rate. Now, use the windows as number one. Use the windows to keep out heat. That's a bunch of windows. I've got windows going all the way across here in the studio, and then also upstairs, windows everywhere. But let's find out how we can do this. So what you can do is install window coverings to prevent heat gain through the windows throughout the day. Now, you can use blackout curtains, and blackout curtains are really good. When Brad was going to college and he was at home, he would have blackout curtains because he also worked at night. Sometimes he would work third shift and then go on to college. That way he would be able to sleep, when he could and get enough rest with the blackout curtains. They do help. However, I like looking outside, so they don't necessarily work for me. So let's see if we can find something else that works as well. Okay, you want to operate the thermostat efficiently. What confuses me, and I know every thermostat is different, so I'm having to get used to this one since we just moved to South Carolina. And so when I am freezing to death because you could hang meat inside this house sometimes, Phil is so cold, so hot-natured. So I'll say, honey, please turn the heat down or turn the cooling down. And he'll say, okay, I'll go in there and lift it up. And I'm like, lifting up? I said down. So it's confusing to me. But anyway, however it works, this is how you do it. Set the thermostat at a temperature you find comfortable that provides humidity control. We'll talk about that in a second if you need that. So the smaller the difference between the indoor and outdoor temperatures, the lower the overall cooling bill will definitely be. Now, if sometimes you need humidity control, and I'm talking about like for your kitchen, where you're using heat, using the oven, the stove, whatever, and also, in the restroom sometimes. And, sometimes you take a shower, and then you look, and even though you've used cooler weather, sometimes you'll have some of that humidity on and fogged up on your windows or on the glass part of your bathroom. So if you can find something that's humidity controlled, that can help as well. Maybe some kind of a little fan or something that's on the ceiling. Now, keep your house warmer than normal when you are away, and lower the thermostat setting when you return home and you need cooling. A programmable thermostat will allow you to do this automatically and without sacrificing comfort. We have at our house, we have a security system. What I really love about that security system is if we want to do something remote, let's say I forgot to, I don't know, shut a door or something, or close or lock a door. You can, they call them smart features, and that's where you can actually do things like that. So what I'd like to have is something where, I forgot to turn it down and I've got it just blowing ice out while we're away for a couple of days. So that would be something really good to look into. I'll look into it and I'll let you know what I find out. If you look into it first, you let me know what you find out. Avoid setting the thermostat at a colder setting than normal when you first turn on the air conditioner. It will not cool the home any faster, and it could result in excessive cooling and unnecessary expense. So this is something I know Phil does. In the winter time, because in the South, I'm just telling you, you can have all 4 seasons in one day. It can start out freezing cold and then get like extremely hot just in one afternoon. We suffer through that at Christmas time. At Christmas here in the South, we would like for it to be cold only on Christmas Day, and that's it. Because we want the fireplace going, you know, chestnuts roasting on the open fire and all that kind of stuff going on. So you really, really need to know how to set that thermostat efficiently. Okay, let's talk about using fans and ventilation strategies to cool your home. And this is a good one because I've never thought about some of these. Okay, so turn off ceiling fans when you leave the room. Remember, the fans cool people, not homes and not rooms, by creating a wind chill effect. Okay. Now, when you shower or take a bath, use the bathroom fan to remove heat and humidity from your home. We talked about it a second ago, but your laundry room might also benefit from spot ventilation. Just make sure the bathroom and kitchen fans are vented to the outside, not just to the attic. You can get these really nice attic fans also up there, and that really is remarkable how that works. Now, you can also Google Energy Star ventilating fans, and you get them at reasonable prices these days, which is unusual since everything else is going up. Keep the cooling system running efficiently. Now, for maximum energy affordability, you want to schedule regular maintenance on the cooling equipment. Also, you can learn about operating and maintaining the air conditioner and the cooler or the heat pump as well. And it's really important that you do a few things, okay, around that heating and cooling unit. And if you got it outside, like when you've cut the grass, make sure that the grass is away from that unit, because sometimes it can go in and clog it up, not necessarily clogging it, but it can prevent a good heating or cooling vent coming through. Now, avoid placing lamps or TV sets near your room air conditioning thermostat. Never thought about this one, but it makes sense. So the thermostat senses heat from these appliances, which can cause the air conditioner to run longer than necessary. And guess what that means? There goes your bill. It goes way up. Okay, now vacuum the air intake vents on a regular basis to remove any dust buildup. Okay, I don't care how clean you are, this dust is going to get in there, and it just like a magnet to any kind of a heat sensitive, like your laptop computer or your desktop computers. They are a magnet for dust. So you know how that is. If you don't keep those little vents cool on that, it slows down the computers. Something I learned the hard way. Okay, ensure that the furniture and other objects are not blocking the airflow through your registers. All of our registers are in the floor and not up on the ceiling, which, oh my goodness. If you're planning on getting a new heating or cooling unit, I highly recommend that you only have the vents in the floor, not up on the ceiling. And I'll tell you why. It's not so bad in the summertime, but in the wintertime, if you got those vents up in the ceiling, remember hot air rises. There's a real meaning to that, because if the vents are up in the ceiling, unless you have if you have, say, a walkout basement or something like that, it takes forever, because your feet are always going to be freezing cold. Now, your head will be just fine, but your feet will freeze. So I don't know why people even offer that feature. But anyway, my suggestion is on the floor. Believe me, I've done this the hard way as well. Notice the show is all about me doing things the hard way. Yeah, I can tell you what not to do. Okay, we've talked about vacuuming. Consider a range of appliances and lighting options. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Consider lighting options that operate at cooler temperatures. Okay, learn more about your options for efficient lighting and when to turn off your lights. Okay, let's talk about the appliances I'm talking about. Okay, so I've told you before, I spoil my husband. He gets a biscuit every single morning for breakfast, unless it's pancake day. Then we just have pancakes. And pancake day is always on Sunday morning. So what I do for his biscuits, I have this Emerald oven. It's like a small oven, something about like that maybe. And you can bake perfectly good biscuits in that without heating up the oven. There's just something about heating up that oven. And it really heats up the kitchen super fast. Now, this little Emerald, and there are other brands too. I think Walmart has their own little brand, and it's just every bit as good as an Emerald. I mean, it's really good. They're about this big. You put that biscuit in there, set it on 350 degrees, and you got biscuits in about 10 minutes. And again, now in the wintertime, I'd rather use the oven because it seems to warm up the kitchen. Summertime, I use the Emerald oven, and I really do like that. Okay, let's see. Here's another idea. If convenient, take advantage of daylight instead of artificial lighting, but avoid direct sunlight. Wash full loads of dishes and clothes for better efficiency. Now, don't do like I do sometimes and put way too many clothes in there, because then it's going to take a lot longer to dry them. So you're not really accomplishing anything. Okay, let's talk about keeping hot air from leaking into your home. Seal up the cracks and openings to prevent warm air from leaking into your home. Add caulk or weather stripping to seal air leaks around doors and windows, and also lower the water heating cost. And let's talk about that one for a minute before we go into a commercial break, which is coming up in just a few seconds. Okay. Lower the water heating cost. Water heating accounts for about 18% of the energy consumed in your home. Now, I'm like this about that idea, because when I wash dishes, I really like hot weather. That's why my hands look like this, because I need to start using gloves. I've not done that in the 66 years I've been on Earth. But anyway, I like my water hot. I mean, I want it like super, super hot. And because I hand wash, even though I feel because it's an expensive dish drainer, I only use the dishwasher when I want to can. And I've got my jars in there, and I'm going to tell you what, it's better than anything you could use as far as sterilization for your canning supplies. But I like to hand wash the dishes because we really don't mess up that many at a time. And the reason we don't is I pre-cook meals, and then I put meals in the freezer, and then I'll get them out and throw them in the microwave. So that way I just really don't have a whole lot of dishes to wash. About 3 plates for Phil, me, and Mother, and that's about it, you know, and cups and that kind of thing. But that I can just wash it really, really quick. But be careful about that, about the water being too hot, because I'm just telling you, first of all, you're going to burn up your water heater before you know it. And then another thing is, I'm just telling you, you don't realize how much that adds to that cooling. I mean, into your efficient bill. It's supposed to be efficient bill. You don't know how that's doing that. So that's another suggestion. Lower the water heating cost by keeping that heater down just a smidgen. You know something, 1 degree at a time, it's remarkable. Okay, so try this. This is a good strategy for you. Okay, so let's say you want to turn it down, the water heater down just a bit. Turn it down 1 degree the first month, and just see how much lower those prices go. And then you want to do 2. Then you want to do 3, and then before you know it, you're going overboard. So let's go ahead and cut into a commercial break. We're going to come up with more money-saving tips for your heating and cooling bill.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Because of your overwhelming support, our 1488 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing. Including my classic standard MyPillow is only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic MyPillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Donnas Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. That's on the Eastern time zone as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. You can find us on television. We are syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Continue sending emails. I definitely appreciate that. We're talking about saving money. And this was an email that was sent to us. And it's about saving money in the summertime when it is so hot outside. Let me tell you a couple of things you can do. When you're outside, this is what Phil does every time he's cutting the grass. He will get a towel and soak it in water and puts that around his neck. You would be amazed at how cooling that is. Also, there are these little silicone looking things that you can buy, and they stay cold pretty much well. So if you're going ahead and put them in the freezer, you can wrap those around your neck, around your wrist. You can put them around your head, whatever. There are even headbands that you can buy. You can put those on your head, and kind of like you're a child of the 60s like I am, and kind of hippie looking, but I think they look really, really cool. But there's so many things you can do. Ice, keep some ice in that Yeti cup. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You put the ice right here at the pulse points right here of your wrist. It's called the pulse point. You can put them there. You can put them on the back of your knee. You can also put those on your elbow right here. Now on the inside of your arm, that's a pulse point. Anywhere there's a pulse point, it works. Pulse points here, but the only thing of that is if I ever try it here at my head, right here at the side, close to my temples, it gives me a headache, so I can't do it there. But anywhere else, you put the water, the ice on those pulse points, and depending on how hot it is outside, it may melt in a minute or so. But anyway, it will definitely cool you down and make you feel a whole lot cooler. What you wear has a whole lot to do with it as well. So if you wear anything with a polyester, this has a polyester in it. I'm okay inside here because believe me, it's cold in here. But it's fine out on the inside. But now if I wear this with a polyester blend outside, I am burning up in a minute. I'll be coming back in the house changing clothes. Anything with a good cotton blend, linens, that kind of thing, those are good to wear as well. I try to stay away from pantyhose, but let me tell you why I had to the other day. I like to play outside, you have a garden and all this kind of stuff, and I got into a fight with poison oak. Yeah, I did. And just really basically walking by it. I didn't really pick it up and handle it, but I wound up with poison oak all over me, all over my arms and what have you. So I went to Alabama to do a recording with Bobby Ledbetter, Twin City Used Car Sales. And I'm going to tell you what, they probably felt a little bit sorry for me because I looked like I had leprosy. There were webs all over me. So I kind of had to wear hose so it wouldn't look so bad. But anyway, there are things that you have to do and things don't do. One of those is polyester. Anything with a polyester blend is not a friend of yours at all in the summertime. Let's talk about when to turn off your lights. Yeah, when to turn off the lights. It's going to save you money. So let's talk about it. The cost effectiveness of when to turn off lights depends on the type of the bulb and the cost of the electricity. So the type of light bulb you use is important for several reasons. This is also brought to you by energy.gov. Energy.gov. All light bulbs have a nominal or rated operational life, which is affected by how many times they are turned off and turned on. The more often they're switched on and off, the lower their operating life. I had no clue that that's the way it is. Okay, how about this one? Incandescent lighting. These lights should be turned off whenever they are not needed because they are the least efficient type of lighting. 90% of the energy they use is given off as heat, and only about 10% results in light. So turning lights off will also keep the room cooler. That's an extra benefit in these hot summer months. How about halogen lighting? Okay, white halogens are more efficient than traditional incandescent bulbs because they do use the same technology. They are far less efficient than CFLs and LEDs. Therefore, it is best to turn these lights off also when they're not needed. They'll save you more than the others, but anyway, they're still going to run up that bill. All right, now let's get into a little bit more detail about this CFL lighting. CFL lighting. Since they're already very efficient, the cost effectiveness of turning the CFLs off to conserve energy is a bit more complicated. Now, as a general rule of thumb is this. If you are to be out of a room for 15 minutes or less, leave it on. Okay, if you're going to be out of a room for more than 15 minutes, turn it off. That makes good sense. So the operating life of CFLs is more affected by the number of times they are switched on and off. You can generally extend the life of a CFL bulb by switching it on and off less frequently than if you just simply use it less. Now it's beginning to make a little sense because it did not at first. Let's talk about LED lighting. The operational life of an LED is unaffected by turning it off and on. I had no idea that was the reason for it, and that we just got everything switched to that anyway. While lifetime is reduced for fluorescent lamps, the more often they are switched off and on, there is no negative impact on the LED lifetime. This characteristic gives LEDs several distinct advantages when it comes to operations. For example, LEDs have an advantage when used in conjunction with occupancy sensors or daylight sensors that rely on on-off operation. Also, in contrast to traditional technologies, those LEDs turn on at a full brightness almost instantly, with no delay. Now, LEDs are also largely unaffected by vibration because they do not have filaments or glass enclosures. Now, let's talk about calculating the energy savings. Now, to calculate the exact value of energy savings by turning a light bulb off, you need to first determine how much energy the bulb consumes when it's on. Okay, every bulb has a watt rating printed on it. We're going to start making some more sense here. For example, if the rating is 40 watts and the bulb is on for 1 hour, it will consume 0.04 kilowatts, or if it is off for 1 hour, you will be saving 0.4 kilowatts. Now note that many fluorescent fixtures have 2 or more bulbs. Now this adds 1 switch. This also adds the savings for each fixture to determine the total energy savings. I knew there were efficiencies. I knew our bill went down. The electricity bill went down, but I didn't know why. So now I do. Okay, when you need to find out what you're paying for electricity per kilowatt in general and during peak periods, you will need to look over your electricity bills and see what utility charges per kilowatt is. So what you'll do is multiply the rate per kilowatt by the amount of electricity saved, and this will give you the value of the savings. Now, continuing with the example we just discussed, let us say that your electric rate is 10 cents per kilowatt. The value of the energy savings would be 0.4 cents. The value of the savings will increase the higher the watt rating of the bulb. So the greater the number of bulbs controlled by a single switch and the higher the rate per kilowatt. Now, the most cost-effective length of time for a light or a set of lights to be turned off before the value of savings exceeds the cost of having to replace bulbs due to the shortened operating life will depend on the type and model of the bulb and ballast. Okay, so the cost of replacing a bulb depends on the cost of the bulb and the cost of the labor to do it. Lighting manufacturers should be able to supply information on the duty cycle of their products. In general, the more energy efficient a light bulb is, the longer you can leave it on before it is cost effective enough to turn it off. In addition to turning off your lights manually, you might want to consider using sensors, timers, and other automatic lighting controls. And there's just something about teenagers. You know, they want to always keep a light on for some reason. I don't know what it is. But now when they go to bed at night, they want everything turned off and, like, you know, have their computer stuff on. So go figure. When you figure that one out, let me know. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. We appreciate you watching us every day beginning at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zones. We get right on with you in the afternoon. I definitely appreciate you. You can find us syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. Continue sending emails, Donna at donnasedge.com. I do appreciate it. You have a great day.